Welcome back to your Friendly Neighborhood podcast.
Oh yeah, that took like 13 tries, but we got it.
Okay,
That's all
cool.
that matters.
First try.
Okay.
Alright, so continuing where we left off, we're going to answer some questions, talk more about us, and then we're going to go into the news for the week.
So this is season 1, episode 1, part 2. It'll be up on Spotify later on today, probably. We'll see how that
Hopefully.
goes. We are live currently on Instagram, as you can, well, if you can see, you can see. And go ahead and follow our link tree in the bio, and you can get us to all platforms you need us on.
So, again, where we left off, questions.
Favorite villains?
Favorite villains and heroes. I think we pretty much answered that, right?
We did.
Yeah. We didn't do villains.
Heroes. We didn't do villains.
We
Yeah,
can't
we
do
did.
villains.
Good segue
Oh,
into
okay,
that.
okay. Well, I did Black Manta.
Yeah,
Oh,
you did
shoot.
villains.
Yeah.
You're also special. So, Ryan, favorite villain.
Favorite villain.
We had all this time to
Okay. You go first.
I go first. That's not a great start. I'm gonna go with Venom because there's so many, like, the knowledge and all the symbiotes, like just that one little spot. I don't want to spoil No Way Home, but you should have seen it by now.
Just by
It's your fault.
Just by saying talking about Venom and saying I'm not gonna spoil
Yeah,
it.
you know what? Yeah, they should have seen it by now. It's been a month.
Yeah.
Sure.
So at the end, just like that one little symbiote has all that knowledge of everything, and it's definitely underrated how much they can do.
I can one up your answer.
Okay.
Noel, the kings of symbiotes, but he's not my answer. I'm just one upping Matt. But
I have another one to say.
my answer would be Dr. Doom. He's definitely
Oh yeah.
one of my
I had a
favorites.
toy from McDonald's. You press the little button in the middle, and his fist would light up.
Dr. Doom?
Badass. Yeah.
From what? Fantastic Four or what?
Yeah.
Oh shit. From that movie? That's old school.
Dr. Doom, just because he's been used in so many storylines and like just the main antagonist of multiple storylines affecting multiple teams of heroes, not just the Fantastic Four, which everyone like relates him to, but like he is shown multiple times that he can rule the universe or like do anything that he puts his mind to, and I think that's cool. He has the determination to.
And how we were talking about Secret Wars earlier, that he did become like a god in that series.
Yeah.
So like, it's pretty cool. I saw this one picture. It was him versus Morbius Batman. That was pretty cool. Or Batman in that chair, and like they were fighting each other. I still think Dr. Doom would win that one.
And the Mobius chair.
Yeah, but I still think Doom would win that because I think those powers overshadow the chair. But it still be pretty cool matchup. Anyway.
I think it would be wrong for me not to say Thanos too, just because of everybody knows what Thanos does and can do, and I have commitment with the mug and the ring. I gotta flex the ring for a second.
You should like showing it to the mic.
I'll show it to y'all. I don't know,
Oh.
you can't really see it, but
We're gonna get matching
we
ones
can.
pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll get up close ones and
Yeah.
this badass mug with
Oh
Hawaiian.
shit, my ring. Where's my ring at?
You have like 11 of them, right?
No, but those are plastic. Hold on. You stay where you are. I'll go get my ring.
No offense,
Here's
but
the ASMR of him walking away.
I-
Hear the shuffle.
I don't care that much about Thanos. Like, he's not in the
He's a
comics. He's
little
not.
overrated. He's a little overrated. For
Not
sure.
just that. He's just like he was skilled. I don't know. I've just always had a problem with him.
You know,
Lost
I'm
it.
worried.
My ring's in my car. I'll be back. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Is that the light?
Yes, that was the light.
Damn. Sorry.
It gives me an clip it.
It's okay.
I got it.
This is the beginning of a podcast, but episode 2.
The second
It's
beginning.
gonna get real bright for a second.
Yeah.
Don't mind. Oh.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
Skittle.
Hey, that's good.
That was good. I was thinking about that.
Should it be right there or right there?
I think we're big show either way. Anyways, we're on a timer here.
Shidori.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Not to again.
Alright, so
We do have a timer now, but that'll be lifted as soon as we get whatever we need to do that.
the app.
So
Yeah.
So that was it for villains. We already discussed Felix's in the last episode. Now you have to go back and watch that episode if you haven't already listened to it.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Alright, next question.
Um, Okay, we didn't talk about it after. But so the wildest theory you've heard
Alright, go.
or are looking forward to.
Okay.
Okay.
I got one.
So I will go first. I really want to see a Multiverse of Madness as like Chris Evans, like Cap's back, he's not 150,000 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and it ends up being him as like my mind is blanking.
Human Torch.
Yeah, Human Torch. Okay, yeah. He ends up just saying like flame on, and everybody just loses their shit.
Mm-hmm. And then they're
I
gonna
love
create
it.
that meme where everybody keeps going crazy at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
I'll go with mine first.
You go.
And my theory that I think is just silly or like anything that I just find absurd and super out there is honestly anything that Ryan sees on TikTok.
Because none of those make sense.
No, okay, here's the thing. It's
They're
specific
plausible,
ones.
not plausible.
Because it's every time that Ryan comes up to me and says that Spider-Man's gonna be in this.
No, okay. Those are the ones. I'm just joking.
Spoiler
I'm just
alert:
joking.
Spider-Man does not show up in
No.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Sadly.
He said he came up to me. Spider-Man's gonna be in Hawkeye where they go over the ice cream, the tree,
Because
and all that business. I was like, no, he's not. There's no way they're gonna put Spider-Man in that. And then he said it was gonna be in what else? He said
That's
something.
it?
No, he said no. There was another Disney show, Boba Fett. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Encanto.
No, there was another show I forgot he said it was gonna be in. But Spider-Man is not gonna be everything. They can't afford that. I don't think budget-wise. And plus, he's very limited in how many movies he can make still
What if?
with them. But
I
I think that's why they had to recast somebody for him and What If because their contracts, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think
Tom
Tom
Holland's
Holland.
expensive.
Yeah.
He's only allowed for multiple or for certain things, and I
Yeah.
bet Sony definitely held him back from doing that Multiverse of Madness. I mean the What If series. My bad. That's not even a theory, but what's your theory?
I don't have a theory. That's my theory. It's a theory that you say.
So,
And I'm like-
accumulation theories.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
My
Talk about
theory-
Spider-Man.
My theory goes pretty. All my theories usually go pretty deep. You have to be caught up. So
Spoiler
go watch.
alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Go watch No Way Home before you watch this. Come back to it later if you want to.
No. Watch this. Like, don't.
Okay, yeah, watch
we need
this.
views. So even if you haven't seen it, just we'll spoil it for you. It's
It's
okay.
like cover your ears and just let it play. So we need the views.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wave when it's clear. Oh, they can't hear on the podcast. Never
Whoa.
Okay.
mind.
Well.
Sorry.
Okay. So. Ever since Venom came out with Tom Hardy, right? I was always like, "There's no way that's gonna be Tom Holland's version of Venom. Like, he's too dark and too gritty. Like even the filter, the contrast of the whole movie, how it's put together, just doesn't feel right with how Tom Holland's movies are. How they're so bright and everything. And that kind of changed in No Way Home. How it's very taking on that dark, with Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. That whole that made it dark, but it still didn't feel connected to Venom, even though he was there for a little bit. But then when that was felt more of Andrew Garfield, and then but we're no, there's no way he's coming back. And then in No Way Home, when he did come to the portal, that was very oh, this might be happening. And then at the end of No Way Home,
My bad. So.
and the end credit.
Hey. Somebody knock?
No,
Oh, sorry, I was on my phone.
you're good.
There's a low battery warning.
Low battery. Oh,
Is it
Yeah.
we're
normal?
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Podcast or
Yes.
Instagram live. Secondary.
I'll edit that out. Okay, so how in the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, how we see a little piece of Venom get left back in that universe and the MCU. That means that there's now going to be two Spider-Mans, and then you might be thinking well, there's going to be two Spider-Mans and Tom Holland's going to have to face both. That doesn't make sense, and so that means that Andrew Garfield has to come back and face the Tom Hardy Venom.
Mm-hmm.
In his universe, he's gonna come back for Amazing Spider-Man 3, and I hope that's when
Tom Hardy did say we're going to see Venom versus Spider-Man, and so far, as of right now, he's the only Venom out there.
Yeah,
So, who's he going to fight? It's since obviously he's not in Tom Holland's universe anymore, it's clearly going to
he's-
be Andrew. More than likely. Unless
well, he
they
said
have-
Venom, he didn't say Eddie Brock, and Venom can still be with Tom Holland because
Yeah.
he's in there. But, anyways, yeah, the whole dark and gritty, just the vibes of Venom and especially Morbius. The trailer, it felt very ooh, that's kind of weird. And then in the background of the Morbius trailer, you can see Spider-Man like painted on the wall, and it says "murderer" written across, right? And then No Way Home, we hear Andrew Garfield saying that he started to pull back his punches, and maybe he like ended up say killing Green Goblin, because remember he said he was talking about his best friend, and he was like, "Ooh, like that's kind of a touchy subject." Like he didn't want to talk about it. Like when he saw Ned talking to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man about it, he was like, "Ooh, I don't want to. Hope he doesn't ask me that." So I think he kind of like maybe killed Harry or something like that, because he went dark and like maybe killed someone.
I gotta rewatch the movies. I bought like the 5-pack of all the Tobey movies and the Andrew movies. I got there, so we can rewatch them one day.
Yeah.
So catch up, because I forgot. Honestly.
And so, yeah, that's my theory. I think Andrew Garfield is going to come back and face Tom Hardy and Morbius, Jared Leto, in the Sony verse, and then in the MCU. And that was also another thing, how Tom Holland would have to jump back and forth between the MCU and Sony, and things he did in Sony wouldn't be canon to the MCU. I thought that was very like confusing and it didn't make sense. And so I think this is like
the best way to go about it. Yeah.
Andrew Garfield is definitely coming back, in my opinion.
That's a solid answer.
That was a long theory. Sorry.
There's no way I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to do my question? Yeah. I have one more.
Mine was a two-parter earlier,
I don't have any
but
more.
I have one more. Are you cool with it?
I can think of one.
No,
but
we're
yeah,
just
y'all
gonna do
go.
the two.
I have one more.
We still need to talk about ourselves.
So, who do you think is the? I'm gonna skip answering first on this one.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best casted character in any of the movies? So you can be like, oh,
Ryan Reynolds,
I
Green
think-
Lantern. No, that's good.
Okay.
No,
No, but like you
that's
can choose
terrible.
any of them from any movie, any universe. But there's a lot of good ones.
Honestly, I haven't even seen it yet, but I honestly think Robert Pattinson is gonna be a killer Batman.
That was mine.
Yeah, like I really
I
can
think it's
see
gonna be
that.
really
I
you know
feel
what I mean?
like a lot of people aren't expecting him to do good.
Yeah,
I
because
think
I-
he'll pull it off.
But
He's-
because okay.
No, go ahead.
What's
Okay,
your-
fine, I'll
what's
go.
yours?
Okay, no, I honestly think he's gonna be the gritty Batman that we always wanted, but the type that still has his morals. Because I think the reason why he has his morals is because he knows he's a maniac just like everybody else, and he's insane. You know what I mean? Nobody dresses up like a bat and spends all their wealth on fighting crime and doing all the crazy stuff that he does.
Unless you're rich as shit.
Yeah. So I think really he's insane, right? But the way that he separates them himself from the villains is that he doesn't kill. And I think we're gonna see that Batman that doesn't kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Ben Affleck clearly just went for it. I mean, not that it was his decision, but his Batman clearly was murdering people left and right? And then Christian Bale's Batman, granted he never killed anybody, but there was that one scene in the movie where he let Ra's al Ghul die, and he said I don't have to, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you either, right? And he just let him die. Batman isn't like that, right? Batman would do anything to go out of his way to save somebody. And I think we're gonna get that from this version, but I think he's still gonna be as brutal as we wanted Batman to be.
I think we're gonna see more like a conflict within himself, like how he wants to cause harm to the people that cause harm, and he doesn't want to like them to continue causing harm, right? So we're gonna see that dilemma within himself, like the self conflict of wanting to like maybe end someone's life, but then within his own morals is gonna be like, that's not right. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury, and I'm not the executioner. Like he's gonna like beat him to a pulp, I guess. Like he's just gonna he's just gonna
Like all those
try to
videos where
influence
people
them.
laying down on the ground all beat to shit. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's have
Like
that.
especially in that
Stuff
one
like that.
the one scene in the trailer, like when you see him like got that dude's arm and just start like
Yeah.
I thought that was sick, but I think we're not gonna see anything past that. I don't think we're gonna see any like killings or anything. Because I think like okay, yeah.
So that was both the others.
Yeah, I was with the rest.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of good castings, and I think I'm gonna say this is gonna be a hot take kind of right now, but we'll save it for another conversation. That Tom Holland's the better Spider-Man, but
Ooh.
that we'll get to that. That's gonna be a whole other episode.
I'll agree with that.
Okay,
I can give that to some extent.
but my
I
answer
have-
for this
I have a thing.
this time right now is gonna be Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. I couldn't imagine anybody else playing him. Whether you can be,
Okay.
well, isn't it?
I also
Hold on.
know it's like Tom Cruise or whatever, but no,
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
like,
definitely.
you've heard
Tony
like
Stark.
oh yeah, Tom Cruise. They can do like variants and all those.
Yeah.
And Multiverse of Madness,
But the
but
MCU.
no one will ever be
The true.
Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I get that.
Alright, so we got one more question. We'll keep this one brief because it's a pretty simple one. Granted, the question Matt has never even done. It's favorite anime, which I guess it'll be up to us right now to just talk about it.
You can put it in the comments if you want to. Join in with our questions and we'll read them. But yeah, my favorite anime, probably at the moment, probably Demon Slayer. I finally caught up to season 2, thanks to my friend Matt, who's in the chat.
I haven't.
And it's just very like, it's amazing. Like,
Mhm.
you need to watch it.
Alright. Mine is I don't think maybe hardly any of you maybe seen it, but it's Devilman Crybaby. I've tried so hard to get people to watch that, and yeah, I've tried so hard to get people to watch Devilman Crybaby, but I don't know. I think maybe 2 people. I've got 2 people to watch it, but not everybody has.
I'll watch it soon. Just read.
Thanks. But that was such a good one. It's on Netflix only. It's a Netflix exclusive. So if y'all want to watch that one, leave it alone. It's hard to talk. I have one punch in my mouth.
Huh?
Anyways.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend that one though. So if you were gonna watch your first anime, Matt, I would definitely recommend that one.
Yeah.
There's gonna show some tits in your face.
Huh?
I've gotten a lot of recommendations, and I've seen a couple episodes here and there. I don't even remember exactly what it was,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, damn.
High School
There's
DxD.
like 500 seasons with 1,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, we're not starting
I feel
with
like
Naruto,
I'm
yeah.
so far behind. No,
I
I
started
wouldn't
with
have started with Naruto.
No.
I think
better
the
than
best bridge between like regular cartoons and to anime, my like personal like bridge between that is Avatar. I feel like that's very
I
like
did watch Avatar.
I feel like
when
that
it was, like,
introduces you
Watch
to
My Hero. My Hero's a lot like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
My Hero.
I heard it was a good first one, or
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter. I think that's another like
I never
good
seen that
beginning one. Stuff like that, like Naruto.
You know,
Naruto's my
maybe
first
we'll do a one of the we'll do a debate me and you to try and convince Matt to watch an anime, and then we'll debate it out which one's better. Whatever the audience thinks, whoever thinks
We'll
wins.
have a friend
and
Matt
Matt
on
will
that
watch.
video.
Yes, we will.
Because he is
we
very
will be bringing Matt in
anime
very,
culture.
very soon.
Yeah.
We love Matt.
Yeah. All right. So moving on more about us, we'll just take turns. We'll just talk about us personal lives, I guess, right? So people can get to know us, our personality, what we believe in, and stuff like that. Whoever can start. Not me.
You should go.
Matt. Wow.
I guess I'm going first. We don't work at the same place. I don't know.
That's all we
very
all
many people
Yeah.
know that. Felix was there. Ate HEB in Curbside. He was there first. I don't remember what month you started.
I have no idea. Yeah. I don't
It was in the
think.
beginning of 20.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to be first.
Yeah.
So I've been there
We
for
don't need
2
to go
years.
that far.
Yeah. No. So my first day.
It
I
was,
saw
very,
this
it was,
movie
it
on
was a
Jake.
brief windy day. Actually, then I came in August, and then Ryan in the February after.
Yeah.
And-
Whole year. Or,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then just like talking at work and getting closer, and then here we are starting a podcast.
Yeah. So I remember at first. Well, we get a little depth and have a little bit of time, right? To
Yeah.
get into some depth.
Yeah, we have a little
Yeah,
bit
when we
of
first
this.
started, I was new to Curbside. We started Curbside at the same time because I wasn't doing Curbside, right? You started maybe like a month after me there. Because I was stuck at checking and I hated it. But
We have a comment. I can't see it though.
I'll go look at
here,
it.
Matt, look at it. So we started, and then me and Matt were definitely rivals at first. If we're being honest,
To
and
this
Matt
day, I still feel like Felix doesn't like me a lot, but it's okay.
Wow.
We can learn.
He's in my house right now when we're filming this. And he's like, No.
It's the-
Ryan was definitely the bridge there.
yes.
Loving
Without
Ryan,
there
that
wouldn't
is
be-
everybody to love each other.
Yes.
So we just had this idea. It was gonna be me and Ryan, and we were not sure who the third was gonna be in terms of the podcast. Who it was gonna be?
We
We were
had
still
an
thinking of it.
idea.
I thought I was third wheeling at the beginning.
We had an idea, but then personal stuff came through.
What
With
was
that.
the idea? Oh,
I don't think we should talk about that.
no. What does that mean? What are you doing over there?
Are you?
No,
are you
I'm just
flipping me
kidding.
off?
He gets it.
I get it. I
No.
get it.
Y'all get it. Y'all get it.
Okay,
Anyways, but the way things work out, life is crazy. Here we are.
Yeah, we were at Chili's.
Life works its way.
Yeah, we were at
Yes.
Chili's.
After
Brian's
we
favorite
got
place.
our promotion.
Yep.
Yeah,
They got a
Chili's
promotion.
sucks.
We went to Chili's.
Yeah.
Chili's is our weekly dinner spot. My weekly dinner spot. Everyone
Hey, we
there
can
knows me by
go
name.
close
I'm
tomorrow.
trying to go tomorrow.
Yeah, we are
We are
close
close
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, so we can go to Chili's.
Wonder. We're going to Chili's
I'll text
tomorrow.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, you're
Anyways.
seeing this. You're invited, Matt.
Everybody else that's here, you're also invited.
So-
We'll have a whole party.
You're invited if you can prove that you follow us.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Okay. So so we started talking about this at Chili's, and me and Ryan already knew we were gonna do it, and that's kind of just when Matt kind of jumped into it, and we're like, you know what, this works out pretty well. So we figured we'd bring it all together, and we set up one day. We came to my house, planned it all out, what we're gonna talk about.
It was a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, literally a week ago.
And
Yeah.
I think what kind of really kicked it off for us was saying what superhero we would be. Like if we could like define one of us, like everybody like if say you would want to be Green Lantern, but we see you more as a
Mhm.
Hawkeye or something.
Mhm.
I just have to
I'm fine
think
with
of
that.
one.
No, I'm fine with that. That's cool.
But like we started talking about that as we were leaving, and I was like, "What's a good idea to pick up off of?"
Yeah.
Mhm. I think we definitely can all mesh well. We all have different ideas and morals, and just the way we look at things is very different. I think definitely Ryan sees himself as the person that wants to be the main character, considering like your heroes. Like you said, you like Spider-Man, you like Naruto when I asked you earlier. So you tend to like the main heroes, the ones that are very heroic and they do the right thing no matter what, right? You like those heroes?
That's who Ryan is, though. Ryan's
Yeah, that's
very
the type of
pure.
hero Ryan is.
It's
Very
not-
pure.
It's not because like I think of myself as a main character. It's like more
Yeah.
like I can see like why y'all would think that, but like it's very like a outside thing. Like Peter Parker, very lonely guy. Naruto grew up like hated by like society, like everyone hated him, and so I grew up like that, like within myself. Like I knew I had love, I knew I had everything, but like within myself, I was very like I have no one.
Oh.
But like no matter what no matter what I do, I don't let that like affect my like the way
Your
the way
actions.
the way I see humanity. Like I see humanity as like a wonderful thing, and I want to help like contribute to that and help like protect it.
Mind
So,
you,
like-
he's wearing a hat that says "Leave me alone."
This is
Yeah.
this is
That's
a concert that me and him attended called
Him is Nick Felix, by the way.
Yeah.
him.
In case you're listening.
My
We went to a
boyfriend.
concert.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, that's
Okay,
We're
right.
gonna have to change this to explicit now.
Okay. No, but yeah, I think that's why I tend to like more like the main characters more because as a main character we get to see more of their life and how like
Mhm.
how hard they had it growing up.
Nobody knows how Ned feels. Everybody knows how Peter feels.
Yeah, and so
So you're Ned. Just kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I can see that. Definitely.
I don't relate more to the main character side. I relate more to like what their morals are and how they are as a person and like how they use their abilities and what do they have to help the people around them, no matter like even if they are hated by everyone else. Like it's that's why I
Yeah.
like
So-
more.
Yeah, I tend to align myself more with like leadership type heroes. I like Captain America. I like Cyclops. I like Green Lantern. Granted, he's not the leader. He's not the leader of the Justice League, but he's the leader of the Green Lantern Corps under certain circumstances and stories and stuff. But I tend to align myself with those people that are very strong-willed and just push themselves to always do better, like and as themselves as people. And those are the heroes that I find.
I've always seen it more as like I see like all the leadership stuff and like I'm drawn towards Captain America, like as he's standing right behind Ryan with this little statue, like
broken.
how heroic is that? Like, God bless America, like seeing that and being like, okay, he can take this team and take it to the next level where he needs to be or where they all need to be.
Yeah.
And then I also thought of like seeing myself, like I think of like when I think of myself like years ago. It's because it's kind of hard to say like we don't hang out every day, but you think of like people back in high school and stuff, like you were with those people every single day, and then you kind of developed your character at school, and you're this person. And I always felt like I was never the strongest, fastest, whatever, but compared to other people I was with, I was sometimes stronger, never really faster. I'll be completely honest. So I was like drawn toward freaking Thor, like he's strong, but he's also leading, and I don't know, it's just real putting yourself in those shoes,
Yeah.
how you would
Mm-hmm.
take it,
Nice.
and how what you would do.
All right. So I think this is where we're gonna start. Kind of getting to the end of it. Real quickly, because we didn't explain this, we totally forgot to. Anything that we have up here. Some of them are just random, like Red Hood and Black Manta figures we have here, and probably Ant-Man too, right?
Apex.
But yeah, they're doing some bad things. You can't see on the
It's that's
Spotify,
yeah,
but-
that's
If you want to see what they're doing, go to
the
YouTube.
gas
and look
pedal
up part
challenge.
2.
You didn't know that?
But any figures that we have up here are going to be featured figures for the week, so anything that's new. So obviously we got Spider-Man No Way Home, still popping right now. We got Zenitsu because every week we've got a new episode of Demon Slayer. We got Boba Fett because every week Boba Fett comes out. And then we got
We got Ant-Man because his
Yeah, we got
big old
Ant-Man.
head you can see, the
Yeah,
big part
so
of
those
the
are the main
story.
ones.
Quantum Realm coming out.
So if you're watching Spotify or you're listening to Spotify and you're hearing the descriptions, just go to our YouTube. It'll be in
Yeah.
the link tree and
Yeah.
our Instagram and everything all together.
Mhm.
And we'll try and post a setup that we have going on here
Mhm.
and get a good look on it so that you can
So yeah,
so you can put pictures to the words.
we'll be moving figures around every week. We're just depending what we got. So lastly, I want to end it off with just the news and stuff. What's been going on this week? And we'll finish off there. So in terms of news, right? Every week, like how I said, we got Boba Fett coming out every Wednesday on Disney Plus. So far it's been pretty good, I'd say. There's some episodes I do think Boba Fett gets his ass kicked a little bit too much, but that's my opinion. We also got Demon Slayer every week. I am not caught up. Brian's caught up. He said
Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, so that I haven't caught up on any of those because I'm a weenie and I don't watch dub or no, I only watch dub. I don't
Yeah,
watch.
watch
I don't, yeah.
I watch both, so I don't really like judge anyone that watches anything like that.
Yeah, because I can't keep up. I have ADHD and I can't read and watch at the same
He
time.
doesn't have a Sharingan.
Yeah, but aside from that, we also got I posted it on. If you want to check these out too, I'm also constantly posting them on Instagram. Any news that we're putting out there.
Mhm.
But we did get a new suit for Batgirl. I thought, for me personally, looked okay. It looked kind of like a cosplay.
Okay.
I didn't see that one.
we
I gotta
definitely-
take a look at that.
If you're watching this now, it should have. It's coming out tomorrow. We're getting a Moon Knight trailer tomorrow, so that's gonna be awesome.
Ooh, I will be keeping y'all updated on Peacemaker as
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes out every week.
That one
That's-
was really good.
That one
It
it
was really
is
good.
it is vulgar if you don't want to. I wouldn't watch it in front of your kids or your little siblings or nieces, nephews, all
I would.
those kids. It's good. There's a lot of good stuff to see. And
Yeah,
since
that
it
one
did
really
come out this
surprised me.
week, I'm not going to go too much into depth, but I am looking forward to next week.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
that one was awesome.
Yes.
And
And he has a badass suit and his John freaking Cena, so
yeah,
can't go wrong with all that.
we also had Aquaman wrap up. That suit looks pretty cool. It's different. It's the blue. It's a bluish hue to it. It looks pretty awesome. I hope one day we see Aquaman with a cut hair. Kind of go to that new
Yeah, I think they're
futuristic
making
Aquaman.
Jason Momoa too ripped in that.
Yeah.
And Eternals is on Disney Plus now.
Yep.
So
Go watch
you can
that.
go watch that.
That one is
You don't have
underrated.
to
I
go.
thought it was pretty good. It was a little bit off.
That is
I
better.
almost got a
It's
couple of the
decent.
figures they have. They're on sale at Walmart.
Yeah, I want,
but
I want
you
the
can still
Icarus.
better.
I want
I
that
definitely do
Icarus.
have some theories about Eternals. If y'all like to hear more about that, just comment them and
Put it
let
in
us
the
know.
comments. We
Let us know what else you'd like us to talk about, like any figures you'd like to see up here. We have a lot, so if there's any like
Yeah.
certain figure that you'd like to see, just let us know.
So we will be posting a picture of the setup that we have going on here. It'll be on our Instagram. You can go in the link tree in the bios, see all that. I'm wrapping up the Spotify recording now. We're still gonna go live on Instagram, talk a little bit more, and it'll let us wrap it up on Spotify right now. And so we have like 40 seconds left. I want to say thank you. Go ahead and keep on tuning in. We will be posting updates on Instagram, like I said. Comment what you'd like to hear.
And yeah, make sure you check out our bios on everything. There's link trees for TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Everything's on there. Just go ahead and give us a follow on all of that business. We're going to be doing awesome things coming soon. And thank you for tuning in to your favorite friendly.
Oh yeah, messed it up.
Yeah, like that.
Your favorite friendly neighborhood.
Thank you for tuning in to
podcast.
your friendly neighborhood podcast.
Thank you.